that I would never play on this program. And it's just due to the fact that, like, I did some research on it. I did some reading on MOBAs, and MOBAs are a beast, man. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Like, these type of games overall are very, very, very complicated to play. So I do not recommend. Like, I would say Smite is one of the easier MOBAs that I've seen out there. Of course, I'll be playing Dota 2 and League of Legends as well. But I'll tell you right now, they're not going to be my staple type games. These are just going to be games that, I'll play to play. And literally, this game, the nice thing about Smite though is that you can play it on the lowest settings. So you don't have to, if you have a computer that's not like full octane, frames per second like that, you can play Smite on it. So I have Smite on the lowest settings because I know my computer would not be able to handle some of the maximum settings. I was like supremely have to upgrade my I would have to upgrade my video card for that. But before we even get into the game, we gotta explain what MOBA is, because I know, like, I do this stream for people who don't know. Hey, what's going on, viewer? Welcome to the show here. I do this stream for people who are like not like they're just starting. Like I've mentioned that many times before. So this is what a MOBA is for those of you who are not familiar with this. So MOBA is an acronym for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. Now, they're also known as ARTS, which is Action Real-Time Strategy. So it's actually a subgenre of RTS, which is the real-time strategy type of game. So that's pretty much what a MOBA is. So this is how it breaks down. Each player controls a single character in one or two teams. This is coming from Wikipedia. And the objective is to destroy the opposing team structure. So in Smite, you have gods. Like, that's pretty much what I read and what I got overall. And then the genre really started, from what I read too, is it started with this game called Aeon of Stripe, which was, it's a map, a StarCraft map. And then from there, it pretty much went on to Defense of the Ancients, and then you have Warcraft 3 and Dota 2. But some of the most popular successors of this particular genre, of course, as we know, is League of Legends and Heroes of Newerth. And then the sequel of that is Dota 2. And we all know that Dota 2, there was a Dota 2, international. These games are no joke. So if you're someone who's just starting in gaming, I would not recommend playing a MOBA like this unless you have people that you can play with that can like teach you and everything like that. But I just want to get the first impression because I just want to see what the big deal is with these games. Like, I don't know why people put MOBAs on such a like high pedestal. And then on top of that, what we're also going to do too is our question of the day, or the juicy topic of the day, is how do you feel? Well, is it necessary to have a webcam while you're streaming? Personally, for me, I say no, but we'll get into that. And this is based off of a post that I found on the Twitch Reddit, and I've just been reading through it, and we'll get into that. So let's go through the actual tutorial for Smite. So this is our Smite tutorial today. And that's the god, it seems like the Aeon.
Don't fall to the Chaos forces.
So I mean, it's graphically beautiful though, and the nice thing about MOBAs too is that they're not as graphic intensive as some of the other games that I've played, like Terra and stuff like that. But the frames per second are pretty high. I'm getting like 46 on average here. That's kind of insane.
Phoenix has fallen. Our defenses aren't enough. I must call on help from the gods.
All right, and Smite it's a free to play game. I downloaded mine, of course, on Steam, of course.
Neath, the Egyptian weaver fate.
Okay,
You
so
have
here is
arrived
the
just
main
in
screen
time.
here. As you can
Hurry,
see,
defend the Phoenix until it
your
responds.
angle for your camera is with your
W,
mouse,
A,
and
F,
I
and
do
T
recommend a
keys
bigger
to
mouse
move,
pad
and
while
use
you're
the
playing
mouse to
MOBAs, to
turn.
be honest. Okay, so in this case, hitting escape allows you to move to your main menu here, but up and down, of course, it's going to be with your mouse. WASD, like usual, is to move around and change positions. So right now we're gonna go over here, and you use the mouse to turn. So this is pretty much how you would walk through the game.
Here comes a wave of enemy minions. Destroy them.
All right, so now we have to
Use the
destroy
mouse to
the
aim, and
minions,
press
or
the
the
left
humans
mouse
in
button
this
to
case.
fire Neath's bow.
Okay, so we use the mouse to target, and then you press and hold the left mouse button to fire, like so. So you can fire in repetition.
Each time you slay an enemy or destroy an objective, you gain experience or XP.
Which is always
Gain
a good
enough
thing.
XP and you will level up, allowing you to unlock abilities. Press F1 to unlock Spirit Arrow, Neath's first ability.
Okay, so hitting
By
F1.
default, your abilities will be trained
And see, the nice thing about
automatically
Smite
after
2
this
is it
tutorial.
breaks everything down for you. So you're not like sitting here trying to figure out the game, which is kind of nice.
Powerful ability.
Spirit
So now what
Arrow
we're
is a
gonna
line
do-
attack that can strike multiple enemies within its highlighted area. Press 1 to bring up the targeter with the targeter visible. Press the left
So that's
mouse
the
button to
targeter
fire.
there. And then when you click, so by hitting 1, that allows you to hit multiple enemies, like so. Well, you know, I should be going a lot further, but, you know. And I don't think I'd pick an archer. I honestly would pick someone. And then, okay, so there we go. Oh, there we go.
The Phoenix has respawned. Excellent work. Head back to the fountain and let's prepare to advance.
You've taken a lot of damage and need to replenish your health. You can do this by pressing the B key and quickly return to your fountain. Within the fountain,
Alright, so
gods
pressing
will rapidly
B
gain health and restore their mana.
takes you to your fountain.
Gold can be used to purchase items from your team's item store.
And then that helps
but
you to
only while
replenish
you are
your
in
health,
base
which is a
fountain.
really...
Open the
it's not
item
too
store
shabby.
now by pressing I.
Okay, so then hitting
This
I,
view
like
is
in
your
any
recommended
MMO,
tab,
that
and shows
opens
items
up
most
your
likely to help you in
inventory.
your role. One of these items is Light Blade, which increases your damage and the speed of your basic attacks. Click on the item icon, then click the purchase button to buy it. Great. You can also purchase active items. Active items can be used like
And then we'll
abilities,
get a
but
second
don't
item,
require
which is
mana.
meditation,
Select
which is
finally.
always
Let's
good.
buy a
And then
consumable
we're gonna
item.
do a healing
Unlike
potion, because we
active
do need to heal
consumable
ourselves,
very
no
good.
lie.
These items will help you in your battles. You can use this view to search for other active items or consumables.
Neath, if you are ready, let's begin the assault. Oh, look. Looks like one of your allies, Odin, has arrived.
And that's your teammate there, which is pretty cool.
That's a mistake. Without minions to assist, Odin will surely fail. When attacking towers, let your minions draw the fire from the tower to avoid Odin's fate.
Yeah, so like,
Go now!
Smite seems
Your tower
interesting,
is
but
under
this is
attack from
totally
enemy
not my
minions.
game, to
Go
be
there
honest
now
with
and
you.
defeat them.
I'm really not feeling it. I'll probably play this for like a half an hour just so I can, you know, give an honest like review and opinion on how I feel about it. And then I'm gonna play something else. There we go. And you're just killing different enemies. Of course, you can kill multiple by hitting
The
F1.
active item you purchased earlier, Greater Meditation, can be used to replenish
Then you
health
hit
and mana.
F.
Use that active item now.
And then that helps to replenish your
Now it's time for payback.
mana.
Push to the enemy tower.
Okay, so now we have to go. So we have to use our basic attack.
Remember to stay behind.
Okay, so
your
now we're gonna
so
go
that
and
they take
destroy
advantage
the
of
enemy
tower's attack.
tower.
If the tower targets you, fall back out of range.
And then with MOBAs, once the tower falls, the opposing, enemy tower, then it's pretty much over from there. So there's the end of the tower there. And then that's the opposing Aeon, which is your enemy's tower. And I tell you guys, if you're gonna play this type of game too, one thing I did was I actually did watch a YouTube tutorial that was really well done. So I will, on my YouTube channel, when I have this posted up, I will have links to those guides so you can actually learn how to play the game itself. Like, this is super boring to me. Like, I don't see why people play these games.
Ahead is the enemy Phoenix.
So
which can
now
only
we
be
have to go
damaged by
and
your
destroy
basic
the
attack.
enemy
Once
Phoenix. So
destroyed, all
I'm
of
gonna
your
keep a
minions in this
distance
lane
here.
will spawn
So you're just
upward
holding
buttons
left
and
and
deal
then
more
you're
damage.
destroying the
Unlike towers,
enemy
a
that
Phoenix
way.
will eventually respawn. Destroy the enemy
And we'll
Phoenix,
do that.
but remember to let your minions lead the attack.
And then of course you see the HP of your enemy, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so it's, I mean, I don't know if I would play this, to be honest. Alright, let me get closer here so we can destroy this Phoenix. There we go. Phoenix destroyed.
Enough! I will handle this myself!
And then, the other thing too, breaking news, guys. I know it doesn't seem like breaking news, but Black Desert Online for both North America and the
Storm into the
European
enemy base and
servers
destroy their
are gonna
towers
be
to win.
buy to play. Whoever thought that was a smart idea is an idiot, and I hope they get fired for that. Cause first off, it's one of the most anticipated games of 2016. Honestly, I feel it's way overhyped, and quite frankly, I don't know why whoever thought that. No, I mean, buy to play, just I mean, who knows? It may happen like Gilded Wars 2, where they did that structure and it worked pretty well for a while. But you can only do buy to play so much. And these days, people want to play things for free. They want to try it out. Then they may buy certain accessories and things like that. But I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Whoever thought that was a smart idea. I really don't think it was a smart idea. Alright, so we did receive some XP, which is always a good thing. So let's continue here. Okay, so of course I'll be playing North America. And we're moving on to the second part of the training, guys. So we're going to get started with part 2 of training.
Welcome to a 3v3 joust match.
So now you'll see here, this is a joust, which is 3-on-3, so 3 players versus 3. And I think this one, according to the tutorial, we will be doing a computer-based, so that's going to be awesome.
The enemy also has 3 team members, so watch out. You can defeat jungle camps for buffs to help you defeat your opponents.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Alright, so now this is the part you have to be particular of. So you actually have to pick a god that of your choosing. So you have ranged, and then you have physical, which is melee, which is fighting combat. And he's magical. I think I'm gonna pick him.
The assassin
We're gonna
class
pick
has
Thor.
incredible mobility and extremely high basic attack and ability damage. However, with limited range and poor defense, assassins must rely on their movement abilities to dart in and out of combat very quickly.
Okay, I think we'll pick him. and then you get your own allies there. So, all right. So now we're gonna actually play a game, 3-on-3 joust, guys. All right, it's about to go down. Oh yeah! All right, let's do this, guys.
You can rapidly heal, replenish mana, and buy items.
Okay, so this is Thor, the character that I picked.
Thor's first ability, Mjolnir's Attunement, throws his hammer forward and then recalls it to him. This damages enemies once on the way out, and again for double damage on the return trip. If you reactivate this ability while the
Hey,
hammer
double
is out,
damage is
you will
always a good
teleport to the
thing,
hammer's
trust me.
location. Thor's second ability, Tectonic Rift, causes a fissure to appear that stuns enemies on contact and can be
And
used
pardon
to
me,
block
guys, I
enemy
have like
movement.
something stuck in my tooth here. I hate that.
Thor's
Or
third
between my
ability,
teeth.
Berserker Barrage, damages enemies around you, while
Oh,
also
that's a
granting
cool
immunity
attack.
to
I will
knockup
totally
effects.
like that.
Minions have spawned.
Thor's passive, Warrior's Madness, grants additional physical power for each nearby enemy god. Finally, Thor's ultimate, Anvil
Oh,
of
that,
Power,
I like
leaps
that
you into the
anvil.
air.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
can then
sweet.
choose a target at a great distance to travel to, dealing damage and stunning any enemy in the area of impact.
Sucks
this is
to be
especially
them, though.
useful for surprise attacks and also escaping dangerous situations.
All right, so that is Thor. So let's go over, I will say, the gameplay, of course, for Smite. And Smite was published by Hi-Res Studios for, of course, PC and Xbox One, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, this is going to be really interesting. And then with the gameplay, too, like, there's so many different ways you can do 3-on-3. There's full-blown teams. And then the player yourself is accompanied by a minion. So, let's check this out.
This is your Titan. If it falls, your team will lose the game. Your towers
Alright,
and
so let's
Phoenix
go this
provide a
way.
line of defense against this happening, and should be defended at all costs. You should also push to destroy the enemy towers, so you can slay their Titan first.
Okay, so this is enemy territory, I believe. If I'm incorrect. Oh no, this is ours. Okay.
Defeating the largest of the creatures in this jungle camp will cause it to drop a damage buff. The damage buff can be picked up by any member of your team for a 20% increase
Huh.
in power for 2 minutes.
That's
plus
interesting.
additional magical or physical power depending on your
And this
god.
is the mana
This buff
camp.
is best for assassins and hunters. Towers must be destroyed in order to advance down a lane. Towers will always shoot at enemy minions first, unless a god friendly to the
And I
tower
got killed.
shoots damage from an enemy god while unhit.
Oh man, that was
The tower will
brutal.
shoot whoever is damaging its friendly god.
Excellent.
All right, let's not do this here. Okay.
At least one phoenix must be slain before a titan can be attacked. Phoenixes will eventually respawn, but while they are down, the opposing team's minions become super minions and are much harder to defeat. Each phoenix destroyed reduces the titan's protection.
Yeah, let's get those minions. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
You've been
about.
slain.
Wow!
Respawn. Purchase items using gold
I
and have
totally got slayed right there. Like, no lie, I got slayed. It's totally epic. Like, I mean, this game is so, it's so ridiculous. You can even do matchmaking too, to be matched according to like people who are on your, playing level. So here are a couple of reviews for Smite here. Of course, Metacritic gave Smite an 83. And these are some of the critics' reviews. They felt that it's incredibly fun to play, and it's one that kind of has different gameplay per se. So it's a lot more fluid, they said, and this feels more like an action RPG to me. So that was one thing that they mentioned that was kind of cool. And watch me get slayed like all the time. Alright, let's get these minions. Let's go. Woo! Oh man. Ah, I got slayed. man, sucks to be me. But yeah, so Smite, they said it makes the MOBA more approachable, but I would say this is much more easier to play than what I've heard about Dota 2 and League of Legends. They said it's a little bit more of a learning curve, and yeah, it's definitely a learning curve for sure. Like, I mean, there's not much I really can say because I'm not really feeling this game. I'll probably delete it. PC Gamer also gave Smite an 86, and they felt that it was a new angle, you know, and they liked that you have 2 teams of 5 players face off, with a map built for 3 lanes, and then you also have some XP grants as well, which is it's a pretty decent feature. But I think the main thing I like about Smite is that it's an easy learning curve when you go through the tutorial, so that's a definite plus. I hate those games that it just you kind of run into it, you know, and then you don't really get time to actually, you know, to actually play and do it. And I'm just epically failing right now, like, no lie. Okay. Pardon me, guys. Finally got it out of my mouth here. It was quite annoying. Alright. There we go. Whoa, that was insane. Alright, so we got a level up, which is always good. Alright, so now we're getting into enemy territory. Okay, so let's go like this. Okay, there we go. And I got killed again. That's fun. And then of course up top here you can see how many kills per team and how, you know, by the clock how everything is going. But yeah, honestly, this is a MOBA, guys. Nothing really special. I don't see what the hype is. I mean, like my friend, you know, shout outs to, of course, Just J to J. They play it all day long. I don't know how they do it. I just think it's insane. I really don't know how they do it. I don't know how they could play this all day. Alright, there we go. I would like to slay a player, but you know. Alright, let's get rid of this tower first. This ballista tower. Oh, I'm totally... I totally epically failed there. Trying to get rid of that tower. So that's the same thing across the board. Everyone says that Smite is, and according to PC Gamer, they said it's an action RPG combat with deep MOBA strategy. So you need MOBA. If you really gotta take the time to learn this game. Like as you can see here, I am suffering. Like I just died like how many times already? So yeah, very, very interesting game indeed. Game Radar 2, they said that there's no reason why to try Smite for yourself. This is the closest anybody has got to making a MOBA that actually works on console, and exciting to think a new audience. Because when people think of MOBAs, they think of PC. But the cool thing with Smite, Xbox One. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of growth and potential in this game. But I'm not really feeling it. Like, I really thought that this would be a game that would kind of get me engaged and I would be interested. But I just don't see, I really don't see the appeal. And I mean, you guys know me. Most of my games that I like are like RPG, you know, related. But I like the anime style, not necessarily like fantasy type style. And you need good strategy with this type of game, not gonna lie. You need like serious strategy. You need, you know, to do very well. And whoa, like come on homie, really? Okay, let's see here. Alright, yep, X'd him out. Okay, I've been targeted by, oh, well, targeted by a tower. Oh, classy. So I'll be able to respawn in a couple seconds here.
Excellent.
So far our team is not doing good, my friends. And I'm sure if I were to look in chat, they would be like pissed. And that's the other problem I have with MOBAs is the community sometimes can be a little bit too acidic. And what I mean by acidic is this is a game where it's life or like sometimes it's it feels like life or death for some people, when in reality it's not. And there we go. That was horrible. I just walked into that kill. Actually, it was an assisted kill. Not surprised. And sorry for drinking a lot too during my stream, but for me, I'm dealing, like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm dealing with seasonal allergies, so you'll have to pardon me. I hope they pass soon, but it's crazy. But oh yeah, how could I forget? I gotta tell you guys some juicy stuff, man. So this is what happened. Okay, so I've been having problems with my internet service, and I know many of you have complained, you know, in regards to, yes, we finally did something right. Thanks, guys. Let's go in Leroy Jenkins style. Let's clean house here. I'm trying to survive up in this. Come on, yo. Can I get my first kill, please? Well, I got assisted. I can't complain. Alright, let me go, like, hide over here and, like, regain some of my traction. Alright, let me go over here. Yeah, let's go over here. Hey, guys, what's up? How you doing? No. But no, overall, like, seriously, it, like, my cable, like, my whole internet, like, cable situation too is just crazy, man. Like, the price of, I swear, like, the price of internet, like cable internet, is just going up and up and up and up. And as streamers too, you would think that, you know, these internet service providers would just provide gamer packages. Can you imagine? That would just solve everything. So this is pretty much what happened today. So I get an email or whatever from my provider, and they're saying like, oh, you know, you should check out, we've changed things. It's like, okay. Because it's just been up and down with my internet situation. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes I get lag, sometimes I don't. Like, today is actually a good day. Like, it's actually streaming properly. Like, I'm not getting, like, like, lag on the real. So, oh, we're tied right now, 6 for 6. That is pretty sweet. Alright, let's go to Mana. So the Mana camp here. Okay, yeah, please yell at me. That's so classy. Okay. So after that, like, I was just like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, you know, I shouldn't have to, you know, go through all these kind of inconveniences and stuff like that. So here's some advice to you, especially for, you know, if you're is this your first time, you know, streaming and stuff like that, you have to get a pretty decent connection, because like you don't want lag. People won't watch your stream if you're lagging and stuff. So here's the good news. So I ended up talking to my provider, and my provider pretty much yeah, let me go check out what's going on here, because people being ratchet up in here. We must protect our god. No. Oh my gosh. So like, I had to talk to them because I'm just like, okay, so this is the attack speed camp.
The attack speed buff increases your
Alright, so this should help me to improve my attack speed. Oh, crap. Oh, they're following me. Ah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Don't beat me. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I'll stay over here. I'll just let my health kind of recollect my health and
defeating the largest of the creatures in this jungle camp will cause it to drop a mana buff. The mana buff can be picked up by any member of your team for increased mana
for 2 minutes. Okay, that's cool.
Reduction of ability cooldowns for 2 minutes.
All right, so I'll let myself recollect there before I go back into battle. But no, like, so this is pretty much like what happened. So after like talking to them, I was just like, this is crazy, you know, like my internet's not working the way it's supposed to. It's not supposed, you know, the way it's supposed to actually work. So then I find out, and this is something for advice for you guys, is that check your internet provider every couple of months or so. You know, maybe like every 4 or 5 months per se, because you never know. They have specials, they have deals where you can actually save money on your connection. So here's the good news, guys. I actually am saving, you know, money, and I actually upgraded to a better package. So this will also help me to be able to play higher games at a better rate. So I'm really excited about that. It should be coming soon, hopefully. But that's what I'm, you know, that's what I'm really glad for. Oh, we are tied 7-7. That is pretty sweet, guys. Okay, so now they're okay. So I gotta get back. They're starting to creep up on our area. Oh shoot! I am so screwed. All right, so let me get out of here. Oh, shoot! I know I'm gonna die. Yeah, there we go. Close though. No cigar. Ra is really taking me home here. Okay, so this is just with computers, you know. I mean, you can hit escape and then you can go into your settings. You can check, you know, so we can return to lobby. Okay, and then you have profiles of different gods. You have your social, you have different leagues and stuff. So you can view your clan. League allows you to check past league rounds and all of that. I'm at level 2, so, you know. Yeah, it's pretty sweet though. Okay, so yeah, I'll probably play one more segment here. Okay. Okay, so let's try this guy.
The warrior class is well-rounded and able to fulfill defensive, support, or offensive roles depending on
Okay, so I'm
the
locked
they
in.
apply.
Let's see who else is gonna show up here. We got Ra and Artemis. Okay, sweet. Alright, so Goodwill completes your favor by 30%. Alright. So here's Guan Yu. He kind of reminds me of the character from Dynasty Warriors.
Healing friendly gods reduces all of your cooldowns. Guan Yu's passive,
Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this.
allows Guan Yu to gain force of will as he takes damage. Each instance of damage received increases the healing of conviction.
But yeah, I mean, I'm so, like,
Guan
it's
Yu's
just
second
like
ability,
people don't really
Warrior's
realize.
Will,
I know I'm
dashes
saying
forward,
like
dealing
50
damage to
times,
enemies.
but like people don't really realize how much of an
Guan Yu's
investment
third
that
ability,
streamers
Power
make.
Assault,
So I really
damages
hope that
enemies
you
at
guys
will
as the
and
audience
steals
like
protections
really
from them,
appreciate your
giving the
streamers,
protections to
man.
Guan Yu.
You know, because it's a lot of money that's involved. Like,
Finally,
you got to get the
Guan
right
Yu's
monitor, you
ultimate,
got to get the right
Cavalry Charge.
webcam,
He leaps
you've got to
onto his
get the
horse to
right,
damage
you know,
and slow surrounding
you know,
enemies.
headset. And when you
may
start
attack
though,
multiple
it's like you got to
times.
work with what you
On
got.
dismounting, you
But
stun
like,
enemy gods. Use
yeah,
Cavalry
it
Charge
really
to
is
chase
an
down enemies
investment.
or
Like,
get away from a
and
risky
I also think
situation.
it's important too to respect your audience, because I think a lot of times people don't really respect the audience that they're with. You know, like people come in my stream from time to time and they're just like, "Oh, you're not playing on Xbox One. You suck." And I'm like, "Really? Like I have to play on an Xbox One? That's so stupid. Like people are dumb." All right. Let's do one more round of this, and we'll wrap it up at this point. Because this is a kind of boring game for me, quite frankly. Wow, he's really slow, not gonna lie. Really shouldn't have picked him. Yep, I have been targeted by a tower. There we go.
That will do well.
Alright. Like to beat them, but no. Okay, so let's rock and roll here. This is Mana Camp. Okay, 2-1. We're doing good though, no lie. Yeah, let's get a kill here. Be kinda nice. Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, I do need a band-aid. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of done with this now. Not gonna lie. It's okay. I mean, okay, so as I'm like scratching my side, like, ah. Okay, so, all right. Here is pretty much my overview of Smite. This is probably to me the most ridiculous game I've ever played. It makes no sense to me. I think it's one of these games where I would actually have to sit down and understand the strategy of the game. Graphically, the game is pretty good. Beautifully, it works really well. The characters are really kind of unique in itself. And just like what everyone was saying across the board, all the reviews, PC Gamer, Games Radar, and even Metacritic, is the fact that it's an action RPG combined with a MOBA. So that's something that's kind of unique. It's either you play an action RPG or you play a MOBA. Smite kind of brings those two together. I do recommend you do take the time to make sure you actually learn how to play this game. Like, you don't just walk in and do it. You gotta have strategy. This is not this type of game where you just pick it up and go. That's just my perception. But yeah, if you like games like this, you definitely would like Smite. But I'm not really feeling it. I just don't see what the mega appeal is and the big deal. So that's pretty much it for Smite. I'm gonna come back and play another game that I actually will really care about. And I'm heading off, my friends. Thanks so much for watching the stream. I'll be right back, and I'm deleting Smite because this is a